एक तो पहली बात मेरे नाम के लिए ना सॉरी ये I don't know how to change it and I was reading
Hi
a Zoom
Anna, how are you? It's great to meet you.
I was reading a Zoom class तो उसकी वजह से ना I changed it. क्या हाल है आपका?
I'm good. How are you? Is it fine?
Yeah, it's perfect. क्वालिटी भी ठीक आ रही है. एक सेकंड कैमरा नहीं ऑन किया.
Oh, I hope that doesn't happen during the podcast.
Hello, assalamualaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
How was your independence? नहीं क्या है आज? पाकिस्तान डे.
Resolution Day.
Resolution Day. आज मीनार पाकिस्तान बना था ना?
Yep. It was good. It was just spent at home because it was raining, so I enjoyed the weather from my room, from my window. How was yours?
Yeah, I just घर पे था मैं. I was just editing पूरा दिन. So that happened. आप क्या पढ़ रहे हो आजकल?
I'm done with my A-levels, so I'm free right now. I'm starting my university in September. So I'm.
Do you know what university it is?
Yeah, I'm going to TMUC. I'm doing the LSE wala external program.
Wala. That's cool.
IR in politics, the external degree. Yeah.
Ooh, international relations. तो फिर आगे A-levels में क्या subjects थे?
It was economics, business, and Urdu.
I'm not judging you.
What are your subjects?
यार मेरे A-levels में थे maths, physics, IT, and psychology.
I'm not judging you either.
Yeah, नहीं, but I didn't really do very well in my A-levels, so there's that. लेकिन आपके तो exams भी नहीं हुए होंगे.
Do people do well in their A-levels? Is that even a thing? I mean, you do great in your O-levels, but then in A-levels you're just like.
हर बच्चे O-levels में आप आते हैं grades, आप खुश होते हो, फिर आप बोलते हैं A-levels भी आसान हो.
O-levels में you're like, yes, it's like I'm the boss. I'm an A-star student. And then A-levels you're humbled AF. You're like,
yeah.
Okay, this is hard.
I know, right? What were your O-levels का scene?
Yeah, O-levels was good. O-levels good. I was a science student. So it was a shift for me from science to business in A-levels. What about you?
Yeah, मेरा throughout same ही था, almost. What is that noise? Do you hear that? Give me 2 minutes. Let me sort that out. I'm sorry. I am back. I apologize. My AC for some reason. My AC was just screaming. So अब मैं गर्मी में करूँगा. Easy.
Wait. First of all, where do you live?
Lahore.
That makes sense. I can't relate. I'm wearing a sweatshirt and my pankha is off and I still feel cold.
अबे मैं अगर ना भी पहन मैंने sweatshirt तो पहनी है because this is the only Saltafa shirt I could find and the mask just makes you sweat anyway. So you know I got an allergy from plastic because of it. नहीं actually really? हाँ my like forehead swelled up. It was very cheap.
Yikes. But better start buying good material things for your face.
It's too iconic to change now. It is painful.
I'll start a GoFundMe page for you.
Get Saltafa. I would love that. But would you not prefer? I wear it because I like my privacy. और मुझे लगता है लोग इतने intruding होते हैं. It's very annoying. So I can't handle that. Are you comfortable with that?
Yeah. People all over I mean, is that even a question? My face is all over the world now. True. Yeah. I mean, I'm good with it. Like, I don't mind at all, actually.
That's so cool, yeah. Like, most of my friends who are, like, influencers, they're very, like, okay, it is my life, let me live it. People are too all up in the business now. Okay,
for me, I don't know. I don't know if the experience has been different in this regard for me, but alhamdulillah, mere, like, itna logon ne koi, they haven't been too nosy. Kuch is tarah, like, to the point इस point तक नहीं हुई कोई भी ऐसी चीज where I was like, okay, I really wish I could hide my identity, you know, like even when I go out, when people come and take selfies or काफी like if there's a group and everything, I feel grateful for it. Like मुझे कभी भी ये नहीं आया यार काश ये लोग मुझे ना जानते होते. I've never felt that way.
That's cool, yeah. That's amazing. मेरा बस वही है कि I feel like you put on this pedestal, and like obviously that comes with it, but I'm not perfect, man. And that's scary for people to.
I mean, this life is not for everyone. You know, same goes for my sister. Like she started a blog on my insistence, Nafail. And she, you know, ran it for a little while, and she had to upload every post that she had to upload. I used to push her to upload it. It wouldn't come naturally for her, whereas for me, it just comes naturally, right? So I figured out that it's just not for some people, you know. Some people just do not want to have a public profile where people see them, who can comment on their lives, talk about them, their personal lives. I mean, you know, it just depends person to person.
But you must have like thick skin because जब आप इंटरनेट पे होते हो तो it's a given कि दोनों तरफ से आ रहे होते हैं लोग. और मतलब मैंने खुद आपके बारे में I thought. हाँ? You don't?
I do not have thick skin at all. पता है, like I'm extremely sensitive. Like मुझे इतनी सी बात भी हिट कर जाती है. लेकिन एक तो इसमें दो बातें हैं. एक तो मुझे कुछ इतना हेट मिला नहीं है, कुछ सब्सटैंशियल हेट अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह. I've been very lucky in this regard. मुझे कुछ इतना हेट नहीं मिला since this trend went viral. दूसरी बात, I have a very, very solid support system. Like my friends, my family, my siblings, my relatives, everyone that I know, they're very, very supportive. तो कभी भी कुछ ऐसा होता है, I have a very supportive system. तो मुझे इतना affect होने ही नहीं देते वो लोग. They just take the arrows for me and they protect me.
That's so cool, यार. That's so. मेरे तो पता नहीं किसी को कि मैं करता हूँ तो वो support system है. But that's so cool to hear.
Good यार, ये भी अच्छा है, ये भी एक scene है, ये भी अच्छा.
हाँ, बड़ा cool लगता है. Most once this dude came up to me and had a proper 15-minute conversation about Saltafa with me, and he didn't know because मैंने गलती से shirt पहन ली बाहर और वो आके उससे बात.
Wait, can you repeat? Stuck हो गए थे.
मैं कह रहा हूँ once this dude had like a 10 minute conversation with me about Saltafa because I was wearing a shirt बाहर और उसको नहीं पता था कि मैं ही वो बंदा हूँ. So that was kind of cool. Yeah, I was.
What was the conversation about? Was it good? Was it bad?
It was mixed actually. उसका अपना पेज था एक और वो कह रहा था कि मैं भी वही लगाता हूँ जो वो लगाता है, पता नहीं इस तरह करके कुछ ना. फिर मैंने कहा अच्छा अच्छी बात है, आप लगाओ, आपका भी हो जाएगा. But then he was also like,
बताओ, मेरा भी दिल चाहता है कभी कभार that I disguise myself as someone else and go talk to random people about myself and take their opinion on me and what they think about the trend and everything. I think it would be really nice.
I remember a lot of people were like, it was so easy for her. It was a 6-second video. And I was like, bro, she was so smart with it. Like I was like, so smart of her because I remember Polo.
The thing is, people see this 5-second video, but they don't see that I have been posting on my blog for the past 1.5 years. I have been consistently posting content, videos, pictures, and whatnot. I have been doing campaigns for the past 1.5 years. तो देखो, आपकी किस्मत में लिखा हुआ होता है ना, तो आपके लिए कोई एक चीज बहाना बन जाती है. तो मुझे ऐसे लगता है कि मेरी किस्मत में ये सब कुछ लिखा हुआ था और ये 5 सेकंड की वीडियो एक बहाना बन गई मेरे लिए, राइट? तो और फिर लोग कहते हैं कि इसके सारे लाइक अब फिर मूविंग फॉरवर्ड अब सारे लोग यही कहेंगे कि everything that's happening right now is because of this one video. But what they don't see is the hard work, the consistency, the passion, the energy that I have been putting in my blog for the past 1.5 years. So it's just about changing perspective.
Yeah, मैं ये कहता हूँ, I was like, she was so smart because you had 100K I think पहले से because you texted me about credits ना, तो मैंने देखा था.
120K.
हाँ, मैंने देखा, मैंने कहा भाई ये तो पूरा जान के था, ये actually बर्गर लड़की थी. अच्छा, that was cool. Then I credited you, and then it was very gradual as well क्योंकि मुझे याद है I posted it और उसके 2-3 दिन बाद एकदम से like you started getting all this hype. I think the Indian person made a song, Yashraj something, and that like skyrocketed.
Yeah, he recreated it with his own twist. That was really cool.
I remember the song's pretty good too.
हाँ काफी वाइब भी है.
Have you talked to him?
हाँ आज भी बात हुई थी मेरी यशराज से. He's very nice. He's a very good, sweet person.
So, हाँ, he looks it. I remember when उसका पहला गाना जो था वो जो वायरल हुआ था, कौन क्या था? फिर रसोड़े में कौन था? Yeah, that was so
रसोड़े
cool.
में हाँ. I started following him from that song as well.
So what was your like? Did you have an action plan as soon as it started going viral? Because so many people end up going viral. And
नहीं यार कोई एक्शन प्लान नहीं था. आई जस्ट वेंट विद द फ्लो. जिस तरह हो रहा था, whatever felt natural, whatever felt like it was the need of the moment, I did it. Or I'm here अभी after like it's been more than a month and yeah कुछ इस तरह कुछ वो नहीं किया कि यार ये प्लान करके करना है या कुछ इस तरह. I did release my merch still on the page. हाँ that I did. So nothing out of the box that I did specifically after this trend.
I saw one thing different about it. I don't know if पता नहीं मुझे लग रहा हो, but a lot of people go viral, but उनको personal accolade नहीं मिलता उसका. वो वीडियो हो जाती है और लोगों को पता नहीं होता वो है कौन. But like people who were even recreating your trends were tagging you. So that was something really different that I noticed. Like, did you text them या वो खुद ही दे रहे थे credit?
नहीं बताओ. What was weird was that शुरू में because बिल्कुल पहला दिन था उसमें जो मुझे आगे पीछे से जो लोग मुझे वीडियो सेंड कर रहे थे कि आपकी वीडियो इसने लगा ली, तो I texted them कि this is my video and it's ethically wrong to upload someone else's content without crediting them. तो बस मैंने उनको 4-5 पेजेस को मैंने मैसेज किया और फिर उसके बाद not every of course but majority जो लोग भी recreate कर रहे थे या कर रहे थे, even like celebrities, they were tagging me without me telling them to.
I saw that. And like, who was the most starstruck celebrity जो आपने देखा? What? They know I exist?
रणवीर सिंह.
Damn. और वो कब हुआ मतलब? And it was obviously like अभी भी चल रहा है वैसे. मतलब मैंने पिछले दिन देखा अनुपम खेर I think did it as well.
हाँ बताऊँ. The thing is पाकिस्तान में तो it has died down a lot. इंडिया में उसी तरह ही फ्लाई कर रहा है. Like इंडिया में अभी तक उसी तरह ही चल रहा है. उसी तरह ही हाइप है. एंड यूके में है. so many of my friends who live in the UK वो कह रहे हैं कि हम बाहर जाते हैं और हमें कहीं से आवाज आ रही होती है पारी हुई है. like तो मैंने तो वैसी बर्गर्स की तरह कहा था. वो लोग उसमें उनका अपना ब्रिटिश एक्सेंट तो वो कहते हैं वो तो बिल्कुल ही किसी अजीब तरह से बोल रहे हैं. तो हाँ it's
that's so cool.
crazy वहाँ पे भी.
That is so cool. And how much have you traveled in this 1 month?
यार ट्रैवलिंग तो मैंने की है बट इंटर कंट्री लाइक मैंने पाकिस्तान में ट्रैवलिंग की है. कराची मैं अभी परसों कराची से वापस आई हूँ और मैं परसों दोबारा वापस जा रही हूँ. Going back on the 26th. Yeah, तो लाहौर, इस्लामाबाद, कराची यही destinations नहीं है, but all of it has been for work. So yeah.
That's cool. Mashallah, yaar. बहुत cool था. And I saw you were hanging out with Aashir and all. Aashir was actually my first podcast, It was like pretty cool.
No way, really?
Yeah. It was really cool. We had a 2-hour podcast. नहीं, काफी लंबा था वैसे. मुझे याद नहीं है, but it was a really nice conversation, mashallah.
Good, yeah. He's a great guy. I'm बहुत like Aashir, Nail, मैं, Nafail, Hania Baji, Isha, we're all like Umar भाई. बहुत crazy scene है. बहुत crazy scene है.
हाँ मैं देख रहा था stories. इतना मजे का लग रहा था. मैं कहा आशिर मैं भी आ ही रहा हूँ बस. It looked really nice.
बहुत मजा आता है.
How long were you in like Karachi? वो PSL वाला भी हुआ था यार. इतना सब कुछ हो गया. Do you even like process all of it?
यार नहीं. Honestly बताऊं, like मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि जो कुछ हो रहा है ना वो यहाँ पे आके रुक जाता है. Like it doesn't, I can't absorb it because there's so much happening in such a short time. मुझे समझ ही नहीं आता कि मैं क्या प्रोसेस करूं क्या नहीं करूं. किस सेलिब्रिटी का ये सोचूं कि ओह शिट यार ये तो बचपन से मैं इस बंदे को एडमायर करते आ रही हूँ and now he's like tagging me and he's recreating a trend that I said. तो like वो चीज वही नहीं हजम ही नहीं होती ना. तो I'm just like okay, like जिस तरह चलता जा रहा है. जब अगर कुछ टाइम बाद जाके मुझे थोड़ा सा वो हुआ तो मैं बैठ के सोचूंगी कि यार ये क्या हो गया. लेकिन अभी तक I'm still.
How is your family dealing with it? Your mom and all?
Yeah, they're all pretty chill about it. Like both, like they're happy of course. because
No,
like,
no,
because
वो
जो
chill तो होंगे, but does your mom like send you videos? Oh, ये देखो इस बंदे ने भी recreate किया है, या something like that. No, my mom
Amma
would be
is
doing
like,
that.
Amma's the most anti-social media person you will ever meet. उनका बस चले वो अपना phone फेंक दे. उनको दिनों तक नहीं पता होता उनका phone कहाँ पर है, until one day it rings and she's like, oh, call आ रही है. So Amma is extremely anti-social. बाकी मेरी खलाएं and my mamus and my friends and my cousins have been on top of the trend. एक हमारा family group है. उसमें everyone sends updates, YouTube videos, articles, new recreations, anything and everything, newspaper clippings. सारा कुछ store उस WhatsApp family group में सब कुछ store.
You can't tell, but I've been like smiling pura, like it's so wholesome to hear. इतने मजे. And like to see that you do it all with your sister as well. It's like so cool.
हाँ मैं okay, so I really want to talk about this. देखो, everything that's been happening, it's in front of everyone, right? सबको पता है कि क्या हो रहा है, क्या नहीं हो रहा. लेकिन कुछ ऐसी चीजें होती हैं that go behind the scene that people don't see, of course, right? Like I am a public figure, my life is very public, but there are some aspects of my life that are very private. So a little insight into that is जितना भी like for the past more than a month, it's been more than a month, right? तो जितने भी developments हो रही हैं since the past month and a half, I've been good on the surface level.
You've lagged out. But फिर मैंने कहा phone पकड़ता हूँ. मैं भाग के phone पकड़ के फिर message किया.
इससे lag हो रहा है.
Damn.
Is it fine now?
It is okay now, surprisingly. जब आप पूछते हो कि मेरा इंटरनेट ठीक है, तब ठीक हो जाता है. ये पता नहीं क्या phenomenon है.
की मैं ये कोई.
Yes. Is that your Pawri wala mug? Yeah, is that a normal mug?
This is just a normal mug.
Disgusting. You should be wearing your merchandise right now. You have to up your game.
You should have told that to me before the podcast started. I could have gone and worn my merch, but now.
Marketing तो आपने करनी ना अपने merch की, मैंने तो नहीं करनी आपकी merch की marketing.
But I think I've done enough.
You've done enough, yes. अगर थोड़ा जल्दी कर लेते तो और cool ना हो जाता. मतलब like as soon as it happened, I feel like तब बहुत ज़्यादा impactful होना था.
यार अभी भी impactful होगा.
Inshallah. Sorry. What were you talking about your sister and all? अगर repeat हो सकता है.
हाँ, of course. Yeah, okay. So like I really want to emphasize on the fact कि जितना भी all the what's the word? Wow, I'm lagging now, not my internet.
Success.
All the recent developments that have been happening in my life for the past month and a half. Surface level pe to of course like it seems like everything's perfect and you know I'm happy and I'm getting all the attention and everything, but of course it does take a toll on you at one point or another. But it's been a smooth ride for me, and the sole credit for that goes to my sister, because on the back end, all the grunt work, all the nitty-gritties that have to be managed, she's been doing that, talking to like corporate giants and you know making deals happen and you know giving me emotional support, making sure that I'm in a solid state of mind, helping me like behind the scenes, doing everything that needs to be done for me in order for me to stay sane. She has been doing that. So like I have just been coming and you know being myself. All the grunt work that goes behind the scenes, she's been handling. So I think I really have to like credit her for everything that she's done, because it's bloody commendable, if I can use that word. I'm sorry.
You can. इधर कुछ भी नहीं है मसला. आपने जो बोलना बोलो, लेकिन अगर बाद में bleep करवाना हो तो बता देना.
Okay.
I remember me and Aashir talked about so much stuff. We had to. नहीं, हमने बहुत कम काटा था वैसे, क्योंकि हमारा इतना open conversation था. But बहुत मजे का था. It was mostly about how people in university are fake and stuff as well, which was nice.
But he isn't in university yet. What experience?
कॉलेज वही जो फेक पीपल होते हैं, जिस तरह अगर आपके पास क्लाउट आ गई है तो वो जो दूर से आ जाते हैं, oh my god bestie I just saw you on this page and shout out दे सकते हैं आप मुझे?
Do you know I'm so many people's cousin that I don't even know exist.
Same यार. यार मतलब
I
वो
talk
एक
to so many people that I don't know exist.
नहीं
Yeah.
नहीं हाँ I meant I was one of the people you didn't know existed जो भी सीन था. नहीं wait, you followed my page before everything happened I think, which is cool.
हाँ, I've been following you for quite some time, bhai. I love your content. I love the memes.
ये मुझे आदत डल गई अपनी बहन से, ये वाली टिकटॉक वाली तो
बहुत गंदी आदत है, मैं एक बात बताऊं, बहुत
Bro,
अजीब सी आदत है.
literally,
Like I am Gen Z, but I don't understand this. Like
me neither.
इसका
I used to do it to make fun of her because whenever I'd say something like, "Oh, I brought you food" or something, she'd go,
You
"Really?"
just
And I was
did
like,
that spontaneously.
I tried to make fun of her, but अब मैं खुद कर रहा हूँ, तो that sucks.
Jokes on you. Jokes on you.
Jokes on you.
Jokes on you.
तो अच्छा हाँ, मैं क्या कह रहा था, क्या कह रहा था, हाँ वो शाउट आउट वाला भी तो बहुत होता है कि आप मुझे शाउट आउट दे दो, ये वो, और वो सारा सीन.
Bro, बहुत सीन है, बहुत सीन है. लेकिन देखो जहाँ पे I think the people who are really deserving of it मैं करती हूँ without asking
Same,
for
same.
remuneration. Because देखो especially I've been doing it because I've been creating content for the past 1.5 years, so I know how it goes, right? I know what needs to be done. So if anyone who I think deserves a shout out, who deserves the exposure on my platform, you're gone.
Yes. It's okay. Glitch होता थोड़ी देर बाद. I'm listening. Okay. Yes.
You're back. Acha. So I was saying, if I see a page, क्या?
If you see a page deserving, या notification आया.
Yeah. Can you see my notifications?
No, but you looked at your phone like full गौर से, तो मैंने कहा वही हुआ ना, और क्या हो रहा है?
Smart man. Acha. So no. What was I saying?
You were saying.
So yeah, I remember. So I was saying that if I see a page or a brand that is deserving of a shout out, of being exposed on my platform, like a woman-led business or a small-scale venture or a family that needs my support, I will do it without second thought, right? लेकिन जहाँ पे बात आ जाती है when people, you know, they take advantage of being in contact with me or being friends with me and who really don't need it, just want it, तो वहाँ पे I have to prioritize. But of course मेरा तो दिल होता है कि मैं दिन रात लोगों के लिए shout outs लगाऊं who deserve the exposure of my profile.
Same man, I understand completely. और मैंने जिससे भी बात की वो यही होती है कि अगर आप deserve करते हो तो आप पूछ लो कि check my content out, if you like it, shout it out. But मेरे DMs में जैसे लोग हाँ मतलब ऐसे लोग होते हैं कि कहते हैं वो पूछ नहीं रहे होते, वो shout out दे. मतलब भाई आप कौन हो? Yeah, they demand it and I'm like, who are you to talk to me like that? You don't pay me.
Like,
I don't owe you.
देखो, don't ask for it. Your content should ask for it itself. Like आपका content ऐसा होना चाहिए कि आपको किसी से कहने की जरूरत ही ना पड़े. Like a person, मैंने कितनी दफा खुद ऐसे किया. I stumbled upon, उसे मैं कोई makeup transformation video देख रही थी and this girl was so bloody talented. मैंने देखी video and it was uploaded 5 minutes ago. मैंने देखी, मैंने उसी वक्त अपनी story में उसको tag करके लगा दिया. She didn't even ask me to put it up, but I thought कि उसके talent को वो recognition मिलनी चाहिए, मैंने लगा दिया because I found it deserving and that's that actually.
यूं ही होता है यार, हम सब यूं ही करते हैं. Like मेरे मिलियन तो नहीं है मेरा, लेकिन मैं भी यही करता हूँ कि मुझे if I see like something I like, I tag them and I upload it. I tell the people to check them out. तो गलती से छोटा सा platform है तो you know try help other people with it. But it also लोग भूल जाते हैं कि I am not, मतलब जरूरी नहीं है कि मैं ये करूँ, मेरी मर्जी है. तो people think
you shouldn't feel entitled to my platform. Yeah. Entitlement की बात है ना.
हाँ वही. और entitlement का पाकिस्तान में बहुत इशू तो है भाई, अब क्या कर सकते हैं. ओ नहीं करनी बात. मुझे नहीं पता था ये, सॉरी. और क्या है? What about you as a person? Screw the fame and everything. What do you like?
Yeah.
I know.
बताओ, मुझसे कोई कहता है ना, दो सवाल, मुझसे कोई कहता है गाना गाओ तो मेरे दिमाग में जितने भी गाने होते हैं ना वो सारे भूल जाते हैं मुझसे.
Oh
और
my
मुझसे कोई
God.
कहता है tell me about you, who are you as a person, and then I forget who I am. 19 years of my life I forget.
You're 19 too? That's so cool. Damn, I thought you were an
Are you
auntie.
19 too?
Yeah, I am. I was joking about the auntie there.
I'm offended. Auntie kisko
Is your
ka?
sister older than you?
Yeah, she's 11 months older than me.
Oh damn, not much then. फिर तो आप लोग friends हो गए, besties.
We're best friends.
But you still probably fight over clothes, as do mine.
We have the same wardrobe, but I mean, yeah, we do, of course we do.
That is a done thing. अच्छा, मेरी बहनें लड़ती हैं यूं कि ये मेरी ये ना पहनना, तुमने मुझे अपना नहीं पहना, फिर उसके बाद जा रही होती है खाना खाने 5 मिनट बाद. I'm like, what was that fight for? But
हाँ हाँ, मेरे साथ exactly ये होता है. We fight like anything. एक second और अगले second में I'd be willing to kill myself for her.
damn, इस तरह ही होता है यार बहन भाइयों में. यार मुझे अपना नाम बदलना, मुझे God damn. तो हाँ, but like hobbies वगैरह, I know you like makeup, right? Because that's.
I'm just kidding.
मैं अब offend हो
मैं अपनी
गया.
hobbies के बारे में बताती हूँ. I love to paint. मेरे कमरे
Really?
में, like these are all my paintings, if you can see.
What's your favorite one?
Yeah, my favorite one is the one that I don't have. I gifted it to a friend on their birthday. It was a beautiful scenery. I'll send it to you after this.
I would love to see
it. It was a beautiful scenery. I love painting sceneries and greenery, and that's my forte. I love painting sceneries.
What medium do you use?
I use acrylics.
Acrylics मेरे से नहीं होते यार. They're so मतलब thick. I don't know how to explain it, but I can't do them.
No, I think oil is really thick. I think acrylics are the perfect medium to use because they can be watered down and they can be used as is for the thickness. So I think it's the perfect I think it's the most versatile medium there is in art.
मैं तो what I do is I use watercolors a lot and color pencils क्योंकि मैं इतना particular होता है ना.
Bro, watercolors are really hard.
But I'm good at it. So मेरे से acrylics नहीं होते. मैं सिर्फ acrylics background के लिए इस्तेमाल करता हूँ क्योंकि वरना गंद हो जाता है भी.
Good यार. I'd like to see some of your paintings.
I will send you mine and you can send me yours. मेरे पास 2-3 पड़ी होंगी. Cool सी O levels exams वाली.
वो वाली नहीं चाहिए. I want expression. I don't want like done it for a course. Like I want like.
I understand. मैं भेज दूंगा आपको कुछ ना कुछ इंशाल्लाह. I will have to look. I haven't painted since, you know. Did you take art as a subject in O levels?
I've never taken an art class.
Bro, my mom forced me to take art because मेरी computer teacher ने कहा था इसकी art अच्छी है, इसको आपने art दिलवानी. तो मेरी अम्मी ने मुझे O levels में art. Computer teacher? क्लास में doodle कर रहा था या क्या?
Were you good at drawing keyboards and mouses?
Yeah, obviously यार. कौन नहीं होगा?
Obviously यार.
I hate condescending people. हाँ, ये भी बड़ा होता है. मैं इतना tangent. You see how fast I change topic? You need to stop me, okay? अच्छा.
Okay. Stop.
Thank you. क्या कहते हैं?
Oh God, no. Oh God, no.
हाँ वही तो I hate art now. Like I can't do it because my teacher was so bad in O levels कि अब बहुत मुश्किल से मैं साल में एक दफा बनाता हूँ. So that's,
you know, I actually can relate to you, but in a different regard. Since I used to love biology. Like biology was my favorite subject. My favorite subject, and because of a really really bad teacher, I started hating it. Like she was so bad at teaching biology. I was like, I used to love this subject. What happened? और वो इतना बुरा पढ़ाती थी. I started hating the subject. So I understand. It's very unfortunate. पता है?
हाँ यार वही. और किसी से मैं उस दिन बात कर रहा था और हम कर रहे थे. अब ये टॉपिक तो नहीं है कि एजुकेशन सिस्टम क्रिएटिविटी क्या कहते हैं किल कर देता है या इंटरेस्ट जेन्युइन किल कर देता है because of how it's structured.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. what made you want to do international relations?
Yeah, I've always wanted to do CSS, and uske liye I had 2-3 options in mind. Law tha, IR tha. तो उसमें मैंने, because of the scope of work that I have now, the scale of work actually, law would have been really difficult to manage alongside all of this. So I was advised by a career counselor. I talked to a few people about it. I talked to my family, a career counselor, and some of my friends who were doing law. So they advised me to do IR in politics because, of course, like it's also going to help me do IR to do CSS because it's part of the course. So
Yeah,
it was like,
I'm blown away by the fact that you're still studying, you know, with like how it's going for you. You don't need to study, you know, like why?
Education is a must. It is a priority. मुझे लोग कहते हैं कि आपकी लाइफ चेंज हो गई होगी after the video went viral और बहुत like आपकी जिंदगी की direction change हो गई होगी. It isn't anything like that. Like I wanted to do CSS before the video went viral. I still want to do it. I wanted to pursue my higher education before, and I still want to do it, and I will do it. Like of course all of this will go alongside, but education for me has always been a priority, and it will remain so.
माशाल्लाह यार, that's so nice. CSS मेरी अम्मी कहते हैं मुझे करने को, लेकिन मुझे my mom tells me every like week or day even CSS कर लो, अच्छा है. I'm like, क्यों?
What are you doing now?
I am doing CS, computer science.
From? You're not supposed to talk about it. हाँ, हम तुम्हारा address निकाल के तुम्हारी identity reveal कर देंगे.
Anonymity भी यार वो होती है ना यार चीज एक.
बहुत cool हो ना, like it's so anonymous.
Yes, that is the thing यार, मेरा persona है.
Oh. I'm so cool. Nobody knows who I am.
Bro, that it's such a two-sided thing because एक जगह पे आपको कोई such appreciation नहीं मिल रही होती, और दूसरी जगह you're like, I can turn my phone off and be a normal person, you know, like, does that make sense? Like if I have the phone on.
You're basically a real life Hannah Montana.
यार ये मुझे इतने लोग कहते हैं, लेकिन मैं फेक पहननी शुरू कर देनी है इसकी वजह से.
Start wearing a blonde wig.
मेहंदी वाली wig बनाऊंगा.
It's not a bad idea. That mask with a blonde wig would fly.
Ha ha ha.
Oh!
You started doing it too. Hi Allah.
मुझे भी वायरस लगा दिया ये.
ये मेरी बहन की गलती है सब. बस तो अच्छा, so apart from painting, what else?
Yeah, I love swimming. I love horseback riding. I love reading books. I love spending time with. I love animals. तो अगर मेरा ये सीन है ना, अगर मुझे आप मेरे take away everything from me and just give me animals, I will be a happy.
Do you have pets?
Sad story, sob story.
Oh,
I used to. A lot of them. At a point, imagine I had 15 dogs. Damn. At one time. 15 dogs. And 5 cats, 20 rabbits, and 35 pigeons. So my house was basically a zoo.
भाई आप रहते किधर हो? इतनी जगह कहाँ से है आपके पास? रुको इस्लामाबाद. तो मुझे आता है नाम जगह का. मुझे इधर सारे फार्म हाउस होते हैं. चक्शेज़ार पकड़ लिया है ना करीब. Oh, I think I got it. You doesn't know.
You're so off, पता है, you're so off. Such a bad guess. Just my God. Never become a detective.
I have a dog. Should I get her? I have a dog actually.
What breed?
I have a Shih Tzu. So, what must be?
Now I have to find out who you are. I will find you.
अबे आपको मैं ऐसे ही बता दूंगा इसके बाद. Like if you have a books थी. I love books too.
What book are you reading nowadays?
I was reading The Intelligent Investor because I wanted to get into stocks after all of the thingies. But अब मैं probably ना change करूँगा to something not productive related and something क्या कहेंगे, imagination वाली जो होती हैं यार, not self-help, because I've been reading self-help for very long.
Yeah,
अभी मैंने
that's
ली
good.
थी।
What's your favorite genre in books?
यार वो मैजिक वाली जो होती है ना, और मतलब जो फुल जहल और
Fantasy type.
पर्सी जैक्सन।
Fictional.
हाँ, but वैसे honestly I've been reading self-help a lot. What about you?
Yeah, I really like fictional, like rom-coms. Like I really love those books.
You've
But
probably
I
read.
also love thrillers. Like Angel and Demon by Dan Brown was one of my favorite ones.
I love
really
that.
loved reading it.
Dan Brown is so
I read
good.
it in Ramzan, and I started after Sehri, and I stayed awake the entire day, and I finished. और मैं अफ्तारी तक बैठ के वो मैंने पूरी बुक खत्म की एक रात में.
अरे यार, I relate. मैंने ये Game of Thrones वाली books के साथ किया था. सारी.
You've read Game of Thrones?
Yeah, I love it. यार शो जितना खत्म हुआ, मैंने पता तुमने देखा होगा Game of Thrones?
Big fan.
अच्छा. I didn't finish it, like, because I knew how bad it was going to be. I just didn't want to ruin it. मैंने अभी तक आखिरी 3 episode नहीं देखे. मतलब.
Actually, I mean, they just rip the band-aid off, because it is like pretty average considering the hype that was created for it. Like I was like, no.
भाई मैं फैक्ट सीरीज पढ़ रहा था कि अच्छा अज़ूर आएगा और अब ये जो जॉन है इसको स्वॉर्ड पे आग लगता, मतलब सब कुछ मैं सोच सारी फैन सीरीज पढ़ के एंड पे हुआ कुछ और पता तो चल गया था.
But you know the thing about Game of Thrones is that they give you anything but what you expect.
Exactly.
So whatever we had expected, they were like, okay, fans ने ये भी speculate किया हुआ है, ये भी speculate किया हुआ है, ये भी speculate किया हुआ है, come up with something that really screws with their mind, and they did.
It was
and
so
they were successful at what they've been doing. So yeah.
But like every favorite character I had died or lost a hand. But yeah, well, इस season में इतना खुश था, Ned Stark King. यूं है बस. Rob Stark,
I was crazy after. ये मैंने पिछले साल देखा. I completed the season last year. सब तंग आ गए थे मेरे से, सब तंग आ गए थे. मैं इतनी बात करती थी Game of Thrones के बारे में. You could ask me anything about Game of Thrones and I would know, like snap answers.
I remember मुझे अब याद आ गया रेड वेडिंग के बाद जो मेरा मुंह था ना, और वो स्क्रीन ब्लैक हो जाती है और मेरा बस मुंह खुला हुआ था. देख रहा था कि what the just happened, bro.
मैं तो पिलो पकड़ के देखती थी, and I used to like squeeze the pillow to the point where I was like मेरी उंगलियां दर्द करने लगती थी कि ये क्या हो रहा है, like what is happening, why is it happening.
Damn, I know, man, same. मैं तो फिर उसके बाद अपने दोस्तों को कहता था कि देखो, ताकि मैं उनके भी वो होते हुए देखूं जो मेरे साथ हो रहा था.
I tried to force my sister into watching it, but she lost interest after 2 episodes.
मैं एक दफा देख रहा था, मेरी अम्मी ने कहा अपने भाई को साथ दिखाओ, मेरा भाई बहुत छोटा है, और मैं कहा नहीं.
Mom, there might be a problem there.
Yeah, I couldn't even say I was watching something with like all of that in it. So
what season are you watching nowadays?
आजकल यार एक तो वो क्या नाम है उसका, माइंड हंटर है, और उसमें सीरियल किलर्स वगैरह के बारे में होता है और वो बहुत कूल है, वो देख रहा हूँ, और प्रिजन ब्रेक देख रहा हूँ. What about you?
Haven't watched either of them, but I've heard a lot about them.
हाँ, वो बस I don't watch shows alone, so it's always like Netflix party with friends. तो जो वो देख रहे होते हैं वो देख.
मेरा तो ये I can't watch Netflix without food. So anytime I'm having food and I'm alone, I put on Netflix. Same.
मैं YouTube करता हूँ, Netflix नहीं, because I feel guilty for not watching Netflix, which is weird. But YouTube उससे ज़्यादा
देख. Why do you feel guilty?
Because I have so much work to do. फिर मैं कहता हूँ अब ये मैं binge watch करने बैठ जाऊँगा पूरा, और फिर.
But isn't that the same case with YouTube? It's just a different medium.
Yeah. Yeah, but it just feels worse on Netflix.
ये भी ठीक है. Doesn't make any sense, but all right.
I know it doesn't. I never said it did. But लेकिन देखो ना, मतलब जिस तरह वो होता है Netflix पे ज़्यादा लंबा binge हो जाता है ना, क्योंकि वो शो इतने लंबे मतलब.
Obviously, like it starts next episode. But same as the case with YouTube, like it circles and the next episode.
नहीं, मेरा नहीं इस तरह इतना नहीं. I do end up watching a lot, but उतना नहीं जितना Netflix. Like Good Place था एक शो, अगर आपने देखा हो. I finished that in like 3 days or 4 days. It was so good. What's your favorite shows? अगर आपका mind blank ना हो जाए.
I'm just kidding. It was Queen's Gambit, Money
Oh, that was
Heist.
good.
Gossip Girl, don't judge.
I haven't seen it.
And yes, I've seen Big Bang Theory at least 3 times, like all 12, 13 seasons, if I'm not wrong.
Damn. Friends देखा आपने?
I've watched them. Overrated.
हाँ? यार Big Bang Theory पसंद है और Friends नहीं पसंद.
देखो, I've done the comparison. I've did an entire mind analysis of both the seasons. Big Bang Theory is far funnier than Friends. Like, that show actually has good humor. Like, actually has funny dialogues.
चल सही है.
You can disagree.
I do. But हाँ. यार Big Bang Theory मैंने देखा था. I think 13 season है और like the jokes started getting repeated after season 8 या 9. फिर मैंने देखना छोड़ दिया. मतलब मुझे पता होता था क्या जोक मारने लगे हैं.
Yeah, but the thing is, with Friends there is no jokes now. At least एक जगह repeat हो रहे हैं, अच्छे jokes तो हैं. Within Friends there's no jokes. Like, the only thing that makes you laugh is the laughter that plays in the playback.
हाँ, it's called like canned laughter or something. I don't know, but मुझे Friends, I think I was just so invested in the characters ना और उनकी जिंदगी.
Maybe that's why you were hooked to it. Probably, yeah. Could be, definitely.
But I did find it funny when I watched it, so I don't know.
Okay.
हाँ, आपका बस आपकी choice कर लेते. मैं आपको अभी बता रहा हूँ.
Okay. Okay.
Oh my god, I'm going to clip this and like Dananeer does not like. I'm joking.
Clickbait.
Clickbait. तो और बताओ क्या चल रहा है लाइफ में? नहीं, ये ना बताना, ये बहुत गंदा क्वेश्चन था.
I hate this question.
I know. I said
talk about
no.
specifics. Go into detail. Talk about. Give me questions to answer.
And normally मैं ना.
How's your life going?
Normally I upload like a story and I ask people for what questions they might want to ask. और फिर उसमें random questions आ जाते हैं जी वो गरीब किस्म के ना, तो वो एक अच्छा टॉपिक हो जाता है. बट मुझे था ही नहीं कंफर्म कि ये होगा कि नहीं. मैंने कहा आपका कोई आज नहीं लास्ट मिनट चीज और फिर ये कैंसिल हो जाना है. और which is fine because I understand how busy you are.
मैं commitments की बहुत पक्की हूँ. If I commit to something, I end up doing it.
Oh my. अच्छा. That's cool.
Why do you think we're here?
Ooh. Yes, that is true. मैंने थोड़ा delay किया था क्योंकि मैं literally. How is your experience?
What campaign were you doing?
Yeah, I was just doing. I wanted to talk about CIs का ना कि CIs नहीं होने चाहिए. So an application sponsored the video. They were like हमारा भी बीच में डाल देना, हम online पढ़ाते हैं ये वो. मैंने कहा why not? It's a cool integration and it would actually help people out. So
for sure. If it's relevant, then why not?
I turned down like 90% of the collaborations I get.
Why?
Because it just feels like, you know, I'm betraying my audience. If I don't like the product, why should I do it? Does that make sense?
Oh no, definitely. Like, if the reason that you're turning them down is because you don't like the content, then that's perfectly fine. I do that too. I've said no to so many campaigns which I couldn't resonate to, which I thought weren't a good fit for my profile or for my image, and that's perfect. That is how it should be.
कुछ कहने लगा था, मैंने कहा ये हो जाना है, मैंने नहीं कहा.
Not everything is about money.
नहीं, I turned down. बस कर दो, ये काटना पड़ना है, लेकिन हाँ क्योंकि उनका नाम ले लिया फिर लॉसूट आ रहा. but हाँ, I turned down a specific brand. But
not being specific, but it was a product that has
allegedly.
Had like a music thing as well.
Allegedly.
Alleged, like nothing in stone.
Yeah, apparently saying allegedly fixes everything. So, have you gotten Pawri or copyrighted? You should. If you haven't, you have. Good. So.
मैंने करवा दिया.
अच्छा है. Also, how do you pronounce your sister's name? Because that confused me.
Nafayal.
What does that mean, and what does your name mean?
That means Sehra ki baad-e-naseem, Sehra ki thandi hawa.
हाँ सही, मुझे पता है क्या मतलब है। ओए मुझे नाम बदलना आ गया अपना।
Wait. No, I liked Amna Ali. Who
Are
is
you gonna
this
take a
random guy?
screenshot?
I don't know him. I was having fun talking to Amna Ali.
Amna Ali was cool, but now it is time for Salt. Oh my god, how many times have people made you say party Oriya in public?
Not enough to make me regret uploading the video.
How are you not bothered by any of it? It's so insane. मतलब, like if I all
यार
that...
देखो मैं एक बात बताऊं, I'm a person who thrives on love. ठीक है, मुझे इतना ज्यादा प्यार मिल रहा है सबसे, इतने प्यार से लोग वीडियो रिक्रिएट कर रहे हैं, मेरे पास कोई आता है वीडियो के लिए, पिक्चर के लिए, वो इतना मुझे प्यार देते हैं. हाउ डू यू गेट टायर्ड ऑफ लव? Like,
Not
I don't
love,
think
but there's
अगर
two...
if I have to do this for the rest of my life, I don't think I'll get tired because it's just such insane amount of love and appreciation. Like, I don't think I'll ever get tired of it.
I know what you're saying, but there's two sides. I've seen so much hate for you. It's so nice that you haven't, but I've seen it, and I was like, okay, I would be bothered.
क्या था? What is it?
So much like different चीजों पे यार. एक तो शुरू में they started comparing you to other people. Okay, why is this person viral, not this person? I was like, they're different people. आप लोगों ने viral किया. आपको
यार देखो, there's no substance to hate like this. What's the substance? Is there any substance to this criticism, to this hate? No. Like if I'm getting any hate which has substance behind it, which is constructive criticism, which I need to pay heed to, I do, of course I do, because no one's perfect, right? Like, there's always room for improvement in everything. But if I do get hate that has no substance, which is just either jealousy or pure spite or hate, or just people who just can't see me happy, I don't consider that hate. I feel bad for those people.
That is such a good way to think about it.
Yeah, like, see, I don't consider it hate. I just feel bad for the people who think like this, you know.
You just said, I feel bad for the people. Like the face you made, I will show you later. It was funny. Okay. आप पी क्या रही हैं? चाय?
Green tea. I don't drink tea.
Health. I love tea. I love chai. Do you not like coffee either?
I love coffee and green tea.
I have coffee a lot. Black coffee or दूध वाली?
यार cappuccino. Hand beaten.
दूध वाली.
दूध वाली coffee. चीनी डाल के.
Oh bro, I remember when I first started coffee, I put so much chini into it, and then I was just खराब कर. एक दफा मैं गया Gloria Jeans. मैंने कहा एस्प्रेसो के बारे में बहुत सुना है. एस्प्रेसो के 2 शॉट मतलब I didn't know what it was though, and then they brought like 2 छोटे से cups. मैंने कहा ये क्या है? But because I was with friends.
Black condensed coffee with no sugar, no milk.
Oof, I can't tell you. मैं दोस्तों के साथ तो I had to act like I knew what I ordered.
My dad drinks it out of love. He loves drinking espresso.
How bro? अच्छा, और मैं दोस्तों के साथ था और मतलब वो 2 लड़कियां भी थी, तो मुझे एक्ट करना था कि मैंने जान के
बताया ना. Like, of course I know espresso. Like, I drink
मैं तो यही पीता हूँ हर दफा.
हर
दफा यही पीता हूँ. And then I just
this is my regular go-to order from Gloria, you know.
Bro, it was so bad. Toba.
Ew. Like, because I don't understand how my dad drinks it. He's an avid coffee drinker and he drinks espresso, like black condensed coffee, no sugar, no milk. I don't understand how, but okay, like, good for him. So cool. And for you on that day.
It was so bad.
I'm sorry.
But it woke me up. Like, it was like better than an energy drink.
Of course, that's the point of a drink.
But बहुत बुरा दिन था. What cities have you traveled to? Because I saw
cities in Pakistan.
नहीं, बाहर.
Bahar. So we've lived in the UK. My dad worked at the NHS. My dad's an army doctor. He's in the army, also doctor. So we were posted in NHS in UK. So we lived there. Then I've been to US. I've been to Sri Lanka. Where else have I been to?
Sri Lanka में कहाँ?
Mbili. That is where I went. It was a German camp. So it was like a it was a German workshop that we went to.
Oh, so why didn't you go to Germany for a German workshop? Is my question.
Yeah, because so they had two options. So the year that I went on that trip was going to Sri Lanka. So उससे जो अगला trip जाना था, that was going to Germany. Or वो जो the people who organized the Goethe Institute, they used to they had two countries in their mind for like their workshops. It was Sri Lanka and Germany. So the year my trip went, it was going to Sri Lanka. So that's why I had to go there.
That's cool. Yeah, I went to Sri Lanka once. I don't remember the city, but it was for like a football tournament. So that was cool.
That's pretty cool.
It was rigged. हमारा final last था सोचो, और referees ने पैसे खाए. मैं बता रहा हूँ, controversial but हमारा जीतना बनता था.
Tie हो गया?
नहीं, they won. The referees were like proper, like sold out. Sucked.
Really? Or was it just that you were bad at what you were doing?
No, ऐसा हो सकता है. Bro, like Pakistani men do that a lot. कि especially अगर मतलब सोचो आप पे कोई लाइन मार रहा है ना, जो हर बंदा मारेगा पाकिस्तानी किसी भी लड़की को देख ले, और फिर when she says no, वो तो तू ही हो, मतलब bro, shut up. Also the best one, GoLdDiGgUr your, मतलब तुम्हारे पास बाइक भी नहीं है, तुम्हारे सुसने
bro, gold digging के लिए gold होना जरूरी होता है.
Exactly.
कहाँ है gold? Like कहाँ क्या dig करेंगे हम? Like
मैं उसे लोड डलवा के देता था रोज जैज का 100 रुपए.
मैं उसको क्रेडिट भरवा के देता. ओके, 50 रुपए का बैलेंस डलवा के आपने बहुत गोल्ड डिगिंग करवा ली है. ओके, गुड. यही
होता है. मैं पैर जानी तुम ठीक हो.
I think guys are just cashing in on this term now because उनको एक नया चीज मिल गई है. Sorry, because उनको अब एक नई चीज मिल गई है to disregard women. गोल्ड डिगर है. इसको मेरा पैसा चाहिए.
हाँ,
पैसा होगा तो चाहिए होगा ना.
Definitely. And काफी लोग करते हैं यार, and it really annoys me. But खैर दुनिया थोड़ी खराब है.
Especially जो civic वाली debate आई थी. Every girl wants to be friends with the guy who has a civic.
हाँ.
मुझे तो इस गाड़ी से चिढ़ होने लगी है because of this mentality.
नहीं वो
I love
think
cars. I love cars, but I started hating this car because of this entire thing.
यार लेकिन वो एक relevant point भी था, क्योंकि at a certain level when you're getting married तो वो कहते हैं लड़का established होना चाहिए, तो वो उस regard में
देखो it definitely has certain amount of substance to it, लेकिन जितना blown out of perspective कर दिया है ना इस concept को कि लड़के की तो ये job होनी चाहिए और वो job होनी चाहिए. Bro, पहले आप थोड़ा सा comparison करें ना. Let's put this into perspective. The pressure that a woman has since the day she is born till the day she gets married, you can't compare that to anything else. Like women in our country are bred in a way that they become good wives. Like the sole purpose of their upbringing is that they have to go to another house and be a good bahu, be a good nand or whatever, and be a good wife. So this is something that we really need to shift our focus to. कि ये pressure is it's there's no competition, there's no comparison in this.
I don't think there should be a comparison. I agree completely with what you said, and it's so like messed up कि society is that way कि ओ आपने compromise करना है. आदमी तो होते ही यूं हैं, या वो वाली चीज जो होती है ना जो आपको बचपन से सिखा रहे होते हैं कि वही आपने कुछ कहना नहीं है, मतलब
yeah, but you definitely cannot undermine the pressure that the men have to face in our country. Of course, that goes without saying. Just because I'm talking about women's issue doesn't mean that I do not acknowledge the
exactly. I think that is a problem ना कि हमारे पास ये होता है मसला कि कोई अगर मैं men's issues की बात कर रहा हूँ तो a woman would or सीधा go your issues aren't relevant because we have these issues. Both of the issues are relevant.
Exactly.
Both of them need to be fixed.
It's very, very important to understand that just because I'm talking about one side of the picture doesn't mean that I do not acknowledge the other side. It is just that I want to talk about this side of the picture. You know, I'm talking about this side. I also do talk about the other side, but I think right now there's more need to talk about this side.
Yeah,
because the issue is graver on this side.
But the masla क्या होता है, हम लोग बना लेते हैं debate us versus them वाली. But it's all of us have to face these issues.
It's not us versus them at all. ये Aurat March, all of this, the initiatives taken, feminism in its root, it is not men against women. It is just to acknowledge the rights of the women. You know, it is just to give women a place, their rightful place in the society. We're not taking away anything from men. We're not asking you to give us what is yours. We're asking you to give us what is ours. We're not even asking you, just we need what is ours, right? जो अल्लाह ने हमें हक दिया हुआ है, जो हमारी सोसाइटी ने हमें दिया हुआ है, जो अल्लाह ने हमें अपने हुकूक दिए हुए, we deserve it. We need it. We should be given this.
Definitely.
When we are born, we shouldn't even have to ask. Imagine asking for your basic rights.
And it's messed up.
Sorry, मैं बहुत जज्बाती हो जाती हूँ इस बारे में बात
करके. I am the same. मैं literally, मतलब I apologize for the boss, but I'm just smiling because I've worked so long on this, and I've worked with like, you know, in like communities जिधर पढ़ने भी नहीं देते औरतों को, मतलब ये mentality होती है. और
I am from KPK. I am from Peshawar. I'm from a Pathan background. I have seen this firsthand. It exists in my own direct family. So for me to be sitting here, I am extremely privileged in that regard, and hence why I can understand कि भाई ये एक बहुत बड़ी privilege है मेरा आपसे इस वक्त बात करना इस medium पे, and then me knowing that this will go onto a public platform is a privilege for me right now, considering the background that I come from, and majority of the Pakistani females.
No, I could clip that and make it seem like you're honored to talk to me as well. You know, that would be. Sorry.
Dananeer would be privileged to talk to Saltafa.
No, I bestowed the honor to talk to Dananeer. But no, I understand where you're coming from. I've seen it. These people we work with, I work with a number of NGOs now for this. और मैं शुरू से कर रहा हूँ because मेरी जो house help थी ना, उनके साथ ये हुआ था और उनकी बेटियों के साथ ये हो रहा था. तो I thought if I can take out a little bit of my time a week and do something that's actually, you know, makes a difference. Sure.
Definitely. And देखो, with the platforms that we have, with the social influence that we have, it is an unsaid responsibility on our shoulders to utilize it to have a positive impact and to talk about things that need to be talked about.
Definitely,
this is just a responsibility that comes with being us.
No, I don't think I agree with that. I'm sorry. Because it's not my responsibility to raise voice on issues that I could personally be, you know, triggered by that issue. और आप मुझे कह रहे हो आप इस पे बोलो. There could be other factors involved as to why I'm not talking about it.
I think you're talking about it in very great detail. What I'm saying is that if you have a platform, of course there are some topics that can be a trigger for someone. Of course, no one's forcing you to talk about every single thing. Same goes with me. If I don't feel comfortable talking about an issue, I will not do it because, of course, at the end of the day, it is my consent, right? If I don't feel comfortable, then I don't feel comfortable. But it is important to raise awareness and to raise your voice and use your platform to have a positive impact. To raise awareness for issues. Just like you, when you talk about, like, आपका भी अपना ही तरीका है ना बात करने. What if you make a meme about a problem that needs to be talked about?
Bro, I do that. I do that a lot. But
exactly.
मसला पता है क्या है कि
वहाँ पे उस sense में responsibility की बात.
I know people. यार देखो, एक लोगों का होता है कि लोग और अभी तो it's been a month ना, but over time you will see कि लोग कह रहे हैं जबरदस्त इसके बारे में बात क्यों नहीं कर रही हूँ, इसके बारे में बात क्यों नहीं कर रही, इसके बारे में क्यों कर रही हूँ.
Yeah, I remember when Irfan got cancelled because he wasn't talking about Kashmir.
हाँ, exactly. मतलब
at the end of the day, people need to realize कि हाँ, as a public figure with a platform as influential as ours, we should talk about it, but at the end of the day, we're also humans. We have our own opinions, our perspectives, our own mental health that we need to cater to. And if we do not want to talk about something, we're not entitled to. And the audience, we're public figures. We're not public property, right? So you can't come to us and you can't be like, okay, why didn't you do this?
Exactly. That is my point. Yeah.
Yeah, so of course I agree. I agree definitely.
That was my more point कि आपका हक नहीं है मेरे प्लेटफॉर्म पे, तो प्लेटफॉर्म मेरा ही है. हाँ, आप मुझे बता सकते हो ये एक इशू है.
Entitled to it. Of course, you can voice your opinion, you can suggest, you can advise me to do something, but you can't feel entitled to what I talk about on my profile. Exactly.
और ये बहुत इशू हो गया. I think because of the internet, polarization जो होती है कि every group feels like they're correct. और उनकी बात ही सही है. Like if you lean towards the right side, political right हो गया,
the
तो
lefts
left
feel
पागल
like
हो
whatever
जाएगी.
they say is set in stone. The rights
Absolutely
feel like
true.
whatever they
हाँ,
say is the end. So I
तो
think we need to, we need to centralize and we
फिर भी
need to
मसला होता है. I've
knock some
tried that.
sense.
I've been doing this for 4 years. I tried being a centralist. और फिर दोनों साइड पड़ जाती हैं. फिर वो दोनों कहते हैं आप ये बात क्यों नहीं कर रहे हो?
देखो, it is a slow process. It is a very slow process because इतनी awareness नहीं है, इतनी वो नहीं है, इतना शऊर नहीं है लोगों में कि वो understand कर सकें different point of view, different perspective. बहुत बहुत ज़्यादा polarized है हमारा, our country is very polarized and it's going to take some time to centralize it or to balance it out. But of course we need to keep doing it consistently in order to see a fruitful result.
I agree यार. और I think it's not even our country, it is the internet in general. क्योंकि हम पता है क्या करते हैं, हम अपने groups वो बना लेते हैं जो हमारे जैसे लोग होते हैं और फिर we are just shut off to outside opinions. Like अगर मैं आप
we need to ground ourselves and we need to check, we need a reality check कि
you know
हमारा
what the
bubble,
problem is,
this is not everything.
Have you noticed how when you're talking to someone, they're not even listening to you, they're just getting ready कि इसका जवाब मैं इस तरह दूंगा,
इसका जवाब क्या होना चाहिए. Exactly. We need to listen to understand, not to reply, not to answer, listen to understand and then answer accordingly. हम आधी बात सुनते नहीं है, पहले से जवाब तैयार कर लेते हैं कि अच्छा इसने तो ये कहा, इसका जवाब ही होना चाहिए. पहले आप empathize करो, आप understand, आप पहले सुनो, आप एम्पैथाइज करो, आप अंडरस्टैंड करो अगला बंदा किस पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से आ रहा है. और आपके कैरेक्टर की असल स्ट्रेंथ तभी नजर आती है जब when you come across a perspective or a point of view that is different than yours, but you try to empathize and understand where that person is coming from. You don't have to agree to all of it. You can just agree to disagree, but at least listen and empathize to what they're saying, right?
Exactly यार, so well said. और मतलब ये बात और क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग तो है ही नहीं ना. मतलब कि आप सुनो और आप अपना ओपिनियन दो. नहीं, जो आपको बताया है वही है, सेट इन स्टोन. आई एम नॉट चेंजिंग इट बिकॉज़ माय दादा बिलीव्ड इन इट. खत्म.
आई थिंक एजुकेशन एंड अवेयरनेस, ये दो चीजें की है to critical thinking. Like आपको ये दोनों आप में चीजें हो ना, then you have a brain of your own to think and process and have your own opinion.
Exactly.
Like I have come across so many people, I've been in conversations, so many conversations where जब भी when I talk to someone, मुझे वही Facebook वाले Tumblr वाले replies आते हैं आगे से. And I'm like, okay, like ये तो बहुत use and abuse हो गए हैं ये words, ये terms, ये sentences.
What?
I want
Could you give
something
examples?
New. Yeah, examples. When I talk about feminism, when I talk about women empowerment, वही आ जाता है, नहीं यार औरतों का तो ये सीन है कि बस ये लोग तो इसको यूटिलाइज करती हैं और वुमेन कार्ड को ये करती हैं और वो करती हैं और इस तरह ज्यादती है और इनको हया नहीं है. Like आप थोड़ा सा एनालाइज करो ना सिचुएशन, आप ग्रेविटी देखो सिचुएशन की, आप अंडरस्टैंड करो कि देयर इज जस्ट सो मच मोर टू इट देन टू गर्ल्स डांसिंग ऑन द स्ट्रीट. जो आपने एक पूरे मूवमेंट को एक लाइट में पेंट कर दिया है just because of two women who are just doing what they're doing. You cannot undermine the value of the campaign or the movement. तो ये घिसी पिटी लाइन मुझे कितनी सुनने को मिलती है.
इतना मसला है ना, हम पता है क्या करते हैं. I try my best to counter this through my platform. I post signs that I think represent what Aurat March really is. और लोग क्या करते हैं, लोग वो एक साइन ढूंढते हैं जो थोड़ा एक्सट्रीमिस्ट है या उनके मॉरल्स के खिलाफ है और उस साइन को हर जगह लगा देते हैं और कहते हैं कि ये औरत मार्च है ही है, इसके बारे में और कुछ भी नहीं है. एंड दैट इज सो मेस्ड अप.
है ना. अभी this year's औरत मार्च, उसमें कोई स्लोगन उन्होंने फोटोशॉप करके they started spreading it like wildfire on the internet.
I saw it.
What do you get out of it? आपकी बहन, आपकी बीवी, आपकी बेटी को ही उनके हुकूक मिल रहे हैं, क्यों आप मसला कर रहे हो?
Bro, every woman I know
causing problems.
Every woman I know has been catcalled or followed or
this goes without saying. You talk to an 8-year-old and she'll tell you about the incidences. She'll tell you she's been catcalled, groped so many times. The age group की तो बात ही नहीं है ना, सिर्फ जेंडर की बात है. इस जेंडर में, इस हमारी सोसाइटी में आप किसी औरत, किसी लड़की, किसी बच्ची के पास चले जाओ, she'll have an example or more.
I know, man. I've seen it happen. It's so messed up. And you know what's even zyada messed up is how we as a society tell them to not talk about it. टॉपिक ही टैबू बना दिया.
यहाँ से शुरू होता है जब आप उसको
टॉपिक ही टैबू बना दिया.
जब आप देखो, जब आप ये अपना पर्सपेक्टिव शिफ्ट करते हो ना कि प्रॉब्लम उसके बोलने से होगा, प्रॉब्लम ये नहीं है कि उसके साथ क्या हुआ है।
हाँ,
तो वहां से ही प्रॉब्लम शुरू होती है। प्रॉब्लम ये नहीं है कि
exactly.
वो बोलेगी तो सोसाइटी में नाम खराब होगा, प्रॉब्लम ये है कि आपने इस चीज को इतना बड़ा स्टिग्मा बना लिया, इतना बड़ा टैबू बना लिया है कि जस्ट because your wife, your sister, your daughter is going to talk about her experience with sexual harassment, you think your life is going to end, आपकी बेटी और आपकी जिंदगी खत्म हो जाएगी।
यार वही तो
प्रॉब्लम इस
आई फील
मेंटालिटी
लाइक
में
जो
है।
हमारे थे ना पहले पेट्रियार्कल लीडर्स, उन्होंने इतना अच्छा काम किया ये और इतना कमाल सिस्टम बना दिया अपने लिए कि वो जो भी करें, कोई और बोलेगा तो उन मतलब they've made it so fucked up यार, मतलब it annoys me to my core। जब जिस तरह when I was doing
Definitely.
that internship, मतलब जो भी प्रोजेक्ट था उसमें we were setting up a school for girls, खाली girls और फ्री में, और फिर बहाने आप
That's
उनके घर
amazing.
वालों के सुनो हमारे पास फी के पैसे नहीं, हमने कहा फ्री है, हम भेज नहीं सकते इतनी दूर, लड़की है, हमने पिकअप दे दी। फिर और इश्यूज वर नॉट स्टॉपिंग के बहाना कोई हो जाए कि नहीं पढ़ रहा।
See, they weren't issues, they were excuses, and excuses never end. Issues का तो solution निकल आता है ना, excuses को आप कहाँ लेके जाओगे, एक one after the another। तो awareness एक grass root level से एक change आएगा, and I think people like us, our generation, my gender, girls like me, we need to talk about this and openly and fearlessly, so that people know कि we're talking about it, or we're smashing the patriarchy and it's happening.
Definitely, I agree. You have to talk about it ताकि पता हो ये problem है भाई। Most people just ignore it, ये है ही नहीं। It's like climate change, है ही नहीं भाई, क्या बात कर रहे हो?
हाँ, है ही नहीं, doesn't exist. That doesn't mean the problem will go away. It'll just keep worsening if you don't acknowledge it and then work on it.
That is the same thing.
Achha, my battery is 5%. Can we like?
Yeah, we can wrap it up. How do we wrap it up?
Interesting question. Don't ask me to do the party Oria wali thing.
Oh my god, I was going to. That would make a good story.
Conversation करके. हाँ?
I was going to ask you how many, वो जब मैंने पूछा था ना, मैं यही कहने लगा था कि how many shows have done that. कोई नहीं, बाद में रिकॉर्ड के भेज देना कि ये मैं हूँ, ये Saltafa, ये पॉडकास्ट हो रही है। Oh.
Achha, so you're indirectly hinting that I should do it.
That is the only way we can end this, or we are stuck.
Chalo, okay. I was just kidding. Of course, I don't mind doing it. I love this trend. Acha, kare?
Sure you do.
I know what I have to do.
Acha, kar lo.
Acha, okay. You ready?
When भी बोलना है?
नहीं, at the end ना, at ये podcast हो रही है, we say it together.
Okay. ये मुझे नहीं आता ना. Harmonized. Done. Okay, I'm ready.
I'm teaching you. Learn.
I am learning.
ये मैं हूँ. चुप. Listen. Silence. Okay. ये मैं हूँ. ये Saltafa है और ये हमारी
podcast story है. Did I do it right? Did I harmonize?
I think you did all right. I mean, let the audience be the judge of that.
Do you think of a random word? Random. If you watched the podcast till the end, comment random. Thank you so much for coming, Dananeer. It was such a pleasure. And it was so much fun, honestly.
Thank you for having me. I loved this conversation.
I did as well. Thank you so much, yeah.